Overthinking is like a wild storm inside your head that steals your peace. It's easy to get caught in endless loops, thinking about what happened before, worrying about what's coming, or picking apart what's happening now. When your mind feels heavy with thoughts, you might feel lost and tired. But you're not the only one going through this. Many people fight the same mental battles. Buddhism has ancient wisdom that can help us find calm in our busy minds. In this guide, we'll explore 10 easy but powerful lessons from Buddhism that can bring peace, focus, and balance back into your life. These teachings can show you the way to a quieter, clearer mind. Let's walk this path together and discover the peace that's been waiting inside you all along. Lesson 1. Focus on right now. Too often we get stuck thinking about what already happened or what might happen later. We feel sad about yesterday or scared about tomorrow. We ask ourselves, what if I had done things differently? What if something bad is coming? These thoughts create worry and pull us away from this moment. But the past is gone and the future isn't here yet. Buddha taught us that right now is all we really have. He said, don't live in the past. Don't dream about the future. Put your mind on this moment. This simple truth tells us to let go of what we can't change and what we don't know yet. Instead, pay attention to what's happening right now. As you read this, you're living in the present. This moment is real. This is where life happens. When you stop letting yesterday and tomorrow control your thoughts, your mind gets lighter. You feel calmer. The endless thinking starts to quiet down when you just be here now. There's a story about a wise teacher walking by a river with his student. The teacher stepped into the water calmly, but the student was afraid. He worried the water might carry him away. The teacher said, "The river always flows, but to cross it safely you must be here and trust each step." This story shows us that too much thinking can stop us from moving forward. Fear and regret can freeze us. But when we trust this moment and focus on what's right in front of us, we can move with life instead of fighting against it. So remember, peace isn't found in yesterday or tomorrow. It's found right here, right now. Lesson 2. Let go of what you can't change. The more we think about things we can't control, the more we hurt inside. We replay the same thoughts over and over, wondering what if, imagining bad things, or holding on to people and situations we have no power over. But all this thinking just brings more stress and pain. Buddha taught that our pain doesn't come from what happens to us. It comes from how we hold on to those things. It's not what happens that hurts us. It's how we react to it. When we keep thinking about things we can't control, we make ourselves feel worse. So how do we stop this pain? We start by accepting that we can't control everything. Life will have good times and hard times. Trying to control everything just adds pressure. But when we accept things as they are, we make room for peace. Ask yourself, can I change this? If the answer is no, then breathe deep and let it go. Don't waste your energy fighting something you can't control. The moment you stop trying to control what can't be controlled, your mind will feel free. There's an old story about a man trying to push a huge rock up a hill. No matter how hard he tried, it wouldn't move. Tired and frustrated, he sat down. A monk walking by said, "Why do you push something that doesn't want to move? Let go and find your path." This shows us that forcing things or holding on to what should be released only makes things harder. Real strength is knowing when to stop pushing. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means making space for peace. It means trusting life even when you don't understand everything. Lesson 3. Keep life simple. Today's world feels busy and loud. We're surrounded by phones, emails, deadlines, and constant news. We feel pressure from work, relationships, and what we think we should be doing. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by all of this. The more we try to keep up, the more stressed we become. Buddhism teaches a simple truth. Happiness comes from living simply. It's not about chasing success, money, or being perfect. It's about letting go of what doesn't matter and focusing on what does. Buddha often said that a simple life leads to a peaceful mind. One of his famous teachings says, "There is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path." This means we don't need to look for happiness somewhere else or in the future. Happiness is already here in this moment. When we choose simplicity, we stop chasing things that don't bring real joy. We stop comparing ourselves to others. We give ourselves permission to breathe, slow down, and enjoy the life we already have. Zen teachers talk about the beauty of simplicity. One master said, The simpler life becomes, the more meaningful it is. This teaches us that peace doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing less with more care. Think about this. How many of your worries are really needed? How often do you stress about things you can't change? Much of this comes from trying to control too much or plan too far ahead. But only this moment is real, and in this moment you can choose to live more simply. A simple life isn't a boring life. When we slow down, we notice beautiful things. A quiet morning, a friend's smile, warm tea in our hands. These small moments become sources of joy when we stop rushing and start paying attention. When your mind is full of too many thoughts and worries, it's hard to feel calm. But when you clear away the noise, you make room for peace. Lesson 4. Remember that everything changes. Nothing stays the same forever. Not your troubles, not your joys. In Buddhism, this truth is called impermanence. It teaches us that everything, including our struggles and worried thoughts, is temporary. No matter how heavy things feel right now, they won't last forever. Buddha said, all things change. Work with awareness. This means everything that comes up, every feeling, thought, or problem is always moving. Things change. They come and go. Understanding this can bring comfort when we're stuck in overthinking. Often we overthink because we think our problems will never end. We worry that the sadness or fear we feel now will always be there. But when we remember that everything changes, we start to feel hope. Nothing stays stuck. Even the hardest days pass. The storm in your mind will calm down. Think of your feelings and thoughts like waves on the ocean. Some waves are big, some small, but none stay forever. They rise and fall one after another. You don't need to fight the waves. Just let them come and go, knowing the ocean will be calm again. Here's a story to help show this. A young student came to his teacher feeling hopeless. I feel like I'm drowning in sadness, he said. The teacher gave him a glass of water with salt in it. Drink this. The boy did and made a face. Too salty. Then the teacher put the same salt in a big lake. Now drink from the lake. The water tasted fine. The salt is like your pain, said the teacher. It doesn't change, but the space around it does. Make your mind bigger and the pain will feel smaller. So trust in change. Trust that hard moments will pass like clouds in the sky. Keep breathing. Stay present. Remember, nothing lasts forever. Even tough times will fade and peace will return. Lesson 5. You are not your thoughts. We all have times when our minds feel too full. Thoughts come from everywhere. Worries about the past, fears about the future, doubts about now. It can feel like we're drowning in our own heads. But Buddhism shows us a peaceful way through this mental storm. Buddha teaches that thoughts are like clouds in the sky. They're always changing, never staying the same. They come and go. And just like clouds don't define the sky, thoughts don't define who you are. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness watching them. Buddha said, with our thoughts we make our world. This means how we think shapes how we see life. But we don't have to believe every thought that pops into our head. Not every thought is true. Not every thought needs our attention. Picture sitting by a river. You watch leaves float by. You don't jump in and try to catch every leaf. You just notice them and let them pass. Your thoughts are like those leaves. Something to watch, not something to chase. When you practice letting thoughts come and go without grabbing them, you start to feel lighter inside. You don't get lost in overthinking anymore. You learn to stay calm even when your mind is busy. Here's a story that shows this. A student asked his teacher why he always seemed so peaceful. The teacher smiled and said, "Let me show you." They sat by a pond. The teacher dropped a stone in the water, making ripples. "These ripples are like your thoughts," he said. "If you chase every ripple, you make more waves. But if you sit still and watch, the pond becomes clear again." The student watched the ripples fade away. "See," the teacher said, "peace comes when you stop chasing every thought." This reminds us that we can't stop thoughts from coming, but we don't have to follow them. We can let them rise and fall by themselves. The more we practice this, the more peaceful our minds become. So remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the quiet watcher behind them. Thoughts will come and go. In learning to watch without holding on, you'll find freedom and peace. Lesson 6. Use your breath to find peace. In our fast world, minds often feel busy and out of control. We jump from thought to thought, thinking about problems, plans, and fears. This leaves us feeling stressed and lost. But there's a simple practice that can help calm this mental noise: mindfulness. Mindfulness means paying attention to what's happening right now. It's about being fully present without trying to fix or judge anything. We don't have to stop thoughts or push them away. We just notice them and let them be. The easiest way to practice mindfulness is focusing on your breath. When your mind feels crowded or your heart heavy, stop and take a deep breath. Breathe in slowly, breathe out gently. Your breath becomes your anchor, bringing you back to now where peace lives. Buddha said, when the mind is calm, the breath is calm. This shows how connected our breath and mind are. When we pay attention to breathing, thoughts slow down. The inner storm quiets and we feel more centered. Think of your mind like the sky and thoughts like clouds. Clouds come and go, but the sky stays clear. Your breath is like a gentle wind helping clouds move without getting stuck. Each mindful breath reminds you that you're bigger than your thoughts. A story shows this well. A student told his teacher, "Master, my mind never stops. I can't quit thinking." The teacher gave him hot tea and said, "Feel the warmth, smell it, sip slowly." The boy did this. After a few minutes, the teacher asked, "Where did your busy mind go?" The boy said, "I was just here with the tea." The teacher smiled. That's mindfulness. Like the boy, we can learn to focus on simple things like breathing to bring us back to now. The more we practice, the more peaceful we become. You don't need special tools or quiet rooms. You just need your breath. Walking, working, or resting, you can always return to it. With practice, your mind learns to stay calm even when life gets hard. Think of thoughts like leaves on a river. If you chase each one, you disturb the water. But if you watch them float by without grabbing, the river stays calm and so do you. Lesson 7. Stop fighting your mind. Many times we make overthinking worse by fighting against it. We get angry at ourselves for thinking too much. We judge our worried thoughts and try to force them to stop. But fighting your mind is like trying to calm rough water by hitting it. You just make more waves. Buddhism teaches us to be kind to our thinking minds. Your mind isn't broken. It's trying to help you, to solve problems, to keep you safe. It's working hard because it cares, even if it's making you stressed. Instead of fighting your overactive mind, try talking to it with kindness. Thank you for trying to help. I see you're working hard. Right now I choose to rest. This gentle approach often relaxes the mental tension that keeps thoughts spinning. A wise teacher once said, "You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf." This means you don't have to fight your thoughts. You can learn to ride them skillfully without being knocked over. When you notice your mind getting busy, don't get mad at it. Instead, be curious. Oh, my mind is very active right now. What does it need? Sometimes it needs rest. Sometimes it needs to focus on something simple like your breath. Sometimes it just needs to be heard without judgment. Remember, having thoughts is normal. Even peaceful monks have thoughts. The difference is, they don't fight with their minds. They treat their thoughts like guests. They notice them, maybe offer them tea, but they don't invite them to move in permanently. Lesson 8. Find your inner witness. Deep inside you is a quiet place that watches everything but stays peaceful. Buddhism calls this your inner witness, the part of you that can observe thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. This witness is always calm even when your mind is stormy. Learning to connect with your inner witness is like stepping back from a movie you're watching. Instead of getting lost in the drama on screen, you remember you're sitting safely in your chair. Your thoughts and worries are the movie, but you are the one watching. When you feel overwhelmed by thinking, try this. Take a step back mentally and ask, who is noticing these thoughts? The answer is always the same, the peaceful witness inside you. This witness isn't worried or scared. It just watches with calm awareness. Practice strengthening your inner witness throughout the day. When you catch yourself overthinking, gently remind yourself, I notice I'm thinking a lot right now. This simple phrase connects you to the watching part of yourself. The more you practice being the witness, the less power thoughts have over you. You start to see them as temporary visitors, rather than permanent residents. This creates space between you and your thoughts, and in that space you find peace. Lesson 9. Create peaceful routines. Building simple, peaceful routines can help train your mind to be calmer. When we do the same calming activities regularly, our minds learn to associate these times with peace. It's like creating anchors of calm throughout your day. Start your day with a few minutes of quiet breathing. End your day by thinking of 3 things you're grateful for. Take short breaks to look out the window or feel your feet on the ground. These small practices add up to create more mental peace. Buddhism teaches that regular practice is more important than perfect practice. 5 minutes of daily breathing is better than 1 hour once a week. Consistency helps your mind develop new, calmer habits. Choose routines that feel natural to you. Maybe it's drinking your morning coffee mindfully, taking a short walk, or spending a few minutes in quiet sitting. The key is doing these things regularly with full attention. When your mind gets used to these peaceful moments, it starts to crave them instead of constant thinking. You're training your mind like training a puppy, with patience, consistency, and kindness. Lesson 10. Trust the process. Learning to quiet an overthinking mind takes time and patience. You won't become perfectly peaceful overnight, and that's okay. Buddhism teaches that awakening is a gradual process, like the sun slowly rising in the morning. Some days your mind will feel clearer. Other days it might feel busy again. This is normal and part of the journey. Every time you notice overthinking and return to the present moment, you're strengthening your peaceful mind. Be patient with yourself as you practice these teachings. Don't judge your progress or compare yourself to others. Your path is unique, and every small step matters. Even noticing that you're overthinking is progress. It means you're becoming more aware. Buddha taught that the path to peace is walked 1 step at a time. Each breath, each moment of presence, each time you let go of a worried thought, these all add up to create lasting change in your mind. Remember why you started this journey. You want peace. You want freedom from the constant mental chatter. These ancient teachings have helped millions of people find what you're looking for. Trust that they can help you too. The peace you seek isn't somewhere far away. It's not something you have to earn or achieve. It's already here, waiting patiently inside you. These Buddhist lessons are simply ways to clear away what's covering up your natural peace. Stay committed to the practices that work for you. Keep returning to the present moment. Keep breathing mindfully. Keep letting go of what you can't control. With time and gentle effort, you'll find the quiet mind you've been seeking. Thank you for joining me on this journey through these timeless teachings. Now that you know these important lessons, it's time to use them in your daily life. Stay present in this moment. Release thoughts about yesterday and tomorrow. Keep your life simple and remember, everything changes, even difficult times. Your mind is powerful. With practice and patience, you can learn to focus, quiet your thoughts, and find more peace inside. These lessons are gifts that can change how you relate to your own mind. Each breath is a chance to come home to yourself. Each moment is an opportunity to choose peace over worry. If these teachings have helped you, please share them with someone who might need this wisdom too. Let's keep walking this path of awareness and calm together. Stay present, be gentle with yourself, and may each breath bring you closer to the peace that lives inside you. Until next time, may you find rest in the quiet spaces between your thoughts.